Okay, so with that, what is Kami? Most people I've talked to are using it simply as a way to fill in digital worksheets, which I think is great, but there is more to it than just that. So students and teachers can share written, voice, and video comments directly on a document. What's really nice is you can sign things digitally. So if you need to sign stuff for school, you can sign it and send it back. You can customize PDFs, which I really like. Instead of taking a whole giant file, you can cut it down to just 1 or 2 pages and then share that. And what's nice too is now you can do pictures as well as PDFs. So it doesn't have to just be a PDF. And I just wanted to show you real quick some of the tools. So the way you get to Kami is you can click the extension icon up here. If you don't see it up here in the corner, you can click the puzzle piece and it should bring up all of your extensions. Feel free to just click the little push pin. That way it'll stay up here all the time. You don't have to go hunt for it. Or you can open a new tab and go to kamiapp.com and it brings up this screen. Because stuff loads really slow for me, all I did was open a new blank page. And then I picked one page and I picked lined. And I have that open here. So on the left, you have your tools. There's select, which doesn't actually do anything. It just lets you click on things. Dictionary, just what it sounds like. Text to speech actually allows things to be read out loud. And I'll try to model that later if I have time. Markup is the highlighting, strike through, those types of things. Comments, if you want to leave a written comment, you click here. Voice, video, or screen capture, so like a screencast. Text box, exactly what it sounds like. Equation editing, drawing, shapes. If you want to erase stuff. Adding media, there's something new as of the summer. I'm not sure if you guys have stumbled upon this yet, but if you go into add media, you can actually add stickers to your kids' work. So I'm not really sure what this is. You click it and then click to drop, and then you can change how big it is. So if you want to leave quick feedback for your students, you can do that. And then a little hack I learned, if you want to add a custom sticker, you can click on signature, upload an image, and make your own sticker like this. So it's a signature, but really you can add in whatever you like. So just a little trick I thought I would show you guys up in the beginning. Okay, questions on tools? Anything new or you're curious about here?
Did you talk about the when you can record yourself?
I just said it's in comment. Would you like to go over it a little more?
Oh, no, because I find myself when I'm grading the same thing and I have to say the same comment, instead of like typing it, I put it on the side and I say the same thing and I just record it. And it's so much faster because, oh my goodness. It just
Do you do that as a voice comment then?
Yes, a voice comment.
Yeah, super smart.
Yeah.
Very, very smart. Okay, so with that, I'm going to have you guys do a quick student experience. So if you will, if you're participating, if you want to go to Classroom, I have a Classroom, I think it's called Kami PD Sample, and the join code is 7HJYOOG. Oh yes, lovely slow internet. Okay.
Jesse, I'll go ahead and drop it in the chat as well.
Much appreciated. There are 2 assignments in there. One says, I think, please do this first. I don't know if we'll have time for the second one, so you can just ignore that for now. But if you will go through and just try it out, see what it's like for your kids. There's a new beta feature, which I put in here, so hopefully you guys can play with that and see what it looks like for your kids on their end.
I'm sorry, how do we get to what you're describing? What are we taking
just
in?
Google Classroom.
Okay.
Okay, so I fast forwarded our timer, so about 3.5 minutes of practice time. And I just wanted to let you know, as you guys are working, Kami does autosave work every 3 minutes, and it does update user changes within seconds. So if you're in Classroom and you want to look at kids' progress, you should be able to see near lifetime results of what they're working on and what they've done so far. You don't have to wait till it's turned in. And as of this past summer, they upgraded the voice and video comment section, so you can now leave up to 20 minutes of comments. I believe it used to be 5, but if you needed to leave a long list of things, you have 20 minutes. Or if you wanted to do a screen capture and essentially record your lecture, you could have the lecture notes and the little screen capture video all in one document pushed out to your kids through Classroom. So you have 20 minutes. And then if you wanted to add more than 20 minutes, you could just add an additional screen capture or video or voice comment. And then you'll notice when I assigned this, I did the beta version for have an open with Cami button for your students. So it should be out on your guys' accounts. If not, it's coming. What it does is instead of having the PDFs with the blue open with Cami button at the top, it gives them a just one click open with Cami, and it should pop it right into a Cami window. So just one less click for your students. And I'll show you that in just a second, like how I did that and how I assign this in Classroom. Okay, while that's going, I'm going to go into my Classroom. Oops, that's not what I wanted to go into. Great. Okay, so I see most of you guys have not turned it in yet. And I'm not going to put you on the spot, mostly because it takes a while to load. So I pulled up someone from my Tuesday session who didn't turn it in. And I just wanted to show you on the teacher end what it looks like. So this student has not yet turned work in. Their, what did I accidentally click on? No, thank you, go away. So this is what their work looks like, even though it's not submitted. You can see she put a little pink box right here for that's non-living, living. She did not add the voice comments yet. So if I was concerned, I could actually add my own comment to her work here. Hey, don't forget to add the voice comment. You know, make sure you do that before you turn it in. And then I've had a few people ask about student history, and it says their work is getting deleted. I have it a couple slides ahead from now, but since I have this pulled up right now, I figured I'd go ahead and share it with you guys. So there's 2 ways to see history in Cami. One is you can click this See History button, but it doesn't tell you a whole lot. It just tells you it was assigned on this day to this student. When she turns it in, it'll say turned in whatever date and then her name as well. But because she hasn't turned it in, it just says I assigned it on this day. Okay, well, that's not very helpful. Thanks, Cami. Like, that doesn't tell me anything. So if you want to see detailed edits like you can see in Google, there's a button right here that's toggle sidebar. If you open that, and you should be able to see this on your work as well as the student. So if kids are concerned, they can go in and look at this as well. Typically, when you click that toggle sidebar button, this is what shows up. This like overview, there's 1 page and there were 20 edits made to it. If you click the speech bubble, that's annotation summary, you can actually see who made what changes. And it's a little bit hard to see, but let me see if I can find one. So JG, that's me. Okay, I did not see that one. Text. Okay, so if you watch right here, this text box, notice it will highlight. So it's telling me that that annotation was done 9 days ago. Let me see if one of these will show up. So 2 days ago, oh yeah, see this box turned green? So she clicked there 2 days ago. I missed that one. I didn't see which one turned green there, but it should actually highlight and show you each individual annotation. So if your students are saying their work keeps getting deleted and it's the same kid over and over and over and over, what you can do is you can actually go in and look at this before they've turned the work in. Because notice, I can't return this. She hasn't submitted it, and I can still see all of those edits. Because I know a few teachers are telling me, it's the same kid. It only happens to like 2 people. I don't understand what's going on. Is Cami deleting their work? It shouldn't be. I mean, maybe there's something going on, and it is, but this is a good way to check. And if students are concerned, they're able to check this to the exact same steps. Click toggle sidebar, and then annotation summary, and it'll pull this detailed list up.
I didn't know about that.
You did not know about that? Oh, good. That makes me happy. That was at least one useful piece of information from today.
No, that's very helpful, because that was why I kind of stopped using it.
Yeah.
Because I hadn't really been sure. Like, I'd have kids who swore up one side and down the other, that they had done their work. And I just, didn't have time for that. So this is good. I can show them that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to close out of her stuff. And I don't think we need that one. I'm going to close that. Hopefully we don't need that later. I did want to show you, though, how I assigned this. Oops, I guess I shouldn't close that then. With the beta. So there's a screenshot of it in the slides, but just so you can see it, it works the same if you go through Kami or through Classroom. So while that's loading, I guess we'll jump over here. So in Kami, there's this Create Classroom Assignment button. What that does is it's a shortcut. So if you're in Kami already, you know you're going to make a document from scratch, you want to just start here, you can, and it'll send it right to your classroom for all your kids. You just have to click where it's going because it doesn't know. Give it a title, instructions, pick whatever document you want. This is what I clicked to give you guys that Open with Kami button. Notice it's a beta. So like I said, if it's not on your account quite yet, it is something they're working on. And Kami instructions, those are good to send maybe the first or second time, but after that, it's just another document that might get in the kids' way. So that just walks them through if they don't have this Open with Kami button. Click the blue Open with Kami button, go to your annotations, click Turn In, etc. And then if we go into Classroom, oh, you're still thinking? Okay, and I have done some fiddling around with this. I know in the beginning, people were having issues with assigning it and having kids having to turn it back in weird ways. I picked Kami assignment. I did test it. If you click assignment and upload a PDF or actually just add a link, as long as you click make a copy for each student, you should be able to see the kids' progress before they've turned the work in. So even if you just do it this way, it should still work. I would recommend doing Create Kami assignment if you know you're going to do it in Kami, just so that there's no issues. Kami made it that way to work, I guess, better, more streamlined. But if you mess up and you do it as an assignment, as long as you click make a copy for every student, you should be okay and you should still see their progress. Otherwise, they can turn it in. It just gets to be a lot more clicks on their end. But it's still doable even if you say students can all edit the same copy or they can only view. So just a heads up. And then I did want to share with you, after a student submits their work, just like in a regular Google Doc, they will get a notification that this document has been turned in. And in order to edit, they need to unsubmit. So I can't remember in Classroom, typically, like if you've assigned me a document and I turn it in, can I unsubmit the work? I think I can as a student, right? Or do you have to return it back to me as the teacher? I see a head nod. I can unsubmit it. So this is the same then with Kami. It will tell you in the history that they've unsubmitted it, so you can know, okay, they turned it in on Monday at 5. Uh-oh, they took it back Monday at 6. What happened in that hour? I don't know. Maybe I need to look into that some more. But they cannot change it once it's been turned in. So just if you needed to know, it does lock it down, but they can always unsubmit it. And if they unsubmit, it shows up here. So notice this is that kind of generic history I showed you guys. It was assigned at 12:20. I turned it in at 12:26. My teacher graded it at 12:29. And then I, the student, unsubmitted it at 12:31, which strange that it's after it's been turned in. I don't know why you'd want to unsubmit work unless it was to make changes, but it will show up in that history for you. And the way you got there was clicking See History on the right-hand side of Google Classroom. Okay, I'm going to stop there. Larissa, have any questions come in, or do you guys want to unmute and ask any questions at this point?
We haven't gotten any questions in the chat. I don't know if people have been holding on to them until the break.
Anything new or interesting or confusing up till now?
At least I don't know about for other folks, but I checked and I do have the beta. That thing that you were talking about.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. be available, just so you know. Yeah.
Perfect. I think that'll make it a little easier on the kids too.
Yeah.
Okay, so if there's no questions, we'll keep going. Like I said, I don't think this will go all the way until 4 o'clock, especially with there being so few people. I'll leave it up to you guys. So Cami does allow you to collaborate in real time. Is this something you would like to experience? If you could just nod, I can see all of you guys, or shake your head like, no, I'm good. I see one, no, I'm good. One, yeah, check it out. Okay, so I'll go ahead and have you guys do it. It doesn't take too long. So let's see. Maria and Maria, you guys already know each other, right? If you guys want to share a document, and then, is it Darcia? Darcia?
You can just call me Darcy.
Darcy and Jen, if you guys want to share, that'd be great. Elizabeth, hi, welcome. Oh, okay, bye-bye. So in classroom, there was a do this assignment second. It will be that one. Maria and Maria, I'll have you guys share. Darcy and Jen, I'll have you guys share.
I actually have to leave in about 2 minutes at 3:30. So
Oh, then you're all good. Jen, you can share with
someone else. I'm sorry.
It's all good. Jen, you'll just share with me, okay?
I'll have to watch the recording.
Yeah, no worries. Okay, so when you go into your assignment, actually, let me pull up my student account. So it'll start the same. You pull up the assignment, open with Cami. You'll make, I think it's a blank document, and it's just like make a doodle of some kind. There's nothing real fancy on this one. The way you want to share it is by clicking the little sideways V share button at the top. I'm not sure I understand. What? Somehow Siri thought I was talking to her. No, thank you.
I've never used the sharing feature before, so this is something new.
What is happening? I am not Crystal Hart. Why do you think I'm Crystal? Okay. Let's try that again. Okay. Well, I'll show you guys on this one. So in order to share a document with somebody, you see this little sideways looking V share document. So you click here, and then it's doing its thinking. I don't have permission. You should not see this message because it's you and your account. What you're going to want to do is make sure it's set to anyone with a link can edit. You'll copy that link, and then you'll send them an email. So Maria and Maria, you'll just send that link via email. Jen, if you'll send it to me, I'll make sure I go into my my email and open it up. And it's that simple. So click that little sideways share. Make sure it's set to anyone with a link can edit. Copy the link and send it off. So what I think, if I was in the classroom, what I would do, if there was a big writing assignment or a project and we're all working from home, pair up kids in classroom or however you are doing it, Seesaw, whatever. Say, okay, student A, you're going to work with student B. I want you guys to swap links. Now they can edit, they can add comments, they can do everything you can do. And now you have two kids working on the same document. But what's really cool is you can still see who's doing what work. So at the bottom, notice how here I have IS and JG. You can see who's doing which comments by clicking on their initials. So if you watch these living and non-living boxes, when I click IS, notice annotations pop up. If I click it again, annotations go away. If I click JG, annotations go away, annotations come back. So you can actually see which kids are doing which edits. So it's not just, oh, I did all the work and so gets credit for it. Okay, Jen, I saw you shared it.
Could you also like have a kid, like if you had them in a small group, like a Google Classroom, just have them put it in the chat. So like maybe there's 3 or 4 people in a group, like,
Oh,
and then one kid can paste the link. Would that work?
probably.
Okay.
It should, yeah. Any way you're sharing links, it should work just
Okay.
fine.
So
Perfect.
am I sharing the one that had the lines and to send it to Maria?
Yeah, with this little, yeah, your guys's was,
But it says anyone can edit, and then it says collaboration to kind of download and print. Yes. So do I change other Google Drive share settings, or how do
I don't.
How do
No,
I
I just leave it as anyone can edit, and then I click copy for the link and send it off.
Oh. And where do I send it?
To Maria. Via email or chat, whatever you guys use to communicate.
Okay, so oh, here you are. I'm gonna send it on the same one you send me, okay? I'm gonna reply on yours, Maria.
So Jen, I just added something. You should see it within seconds. It's pretty quick.
Right as you were saying, right about when you said my name. Yeah.
So here's the one that she sent me.
And do we put something on whatever she sent me? I just put a
Yeah, you're welcome to test it out and see. I just wanted you guys to see that it's real time, it's super quick. There's not a ton of steps involved if you wanted kids to collaborate.
This is so cool.
We're very good for math. Oh yeah.
Oh, for math, it's amazing, because then we get the ones that always say the answers, and then I'm tired of saying, okay, Natalia, not you. And poor girl, she's like,
yeah. And then for middle school, you've got the ones that don't want to speak up in a big group. So I can put them in a small group, a pull-out room, and then 3 or 4 of them and have them work together. That would work really well. This is great. Yeah.
Good. And I know we have other tools that do collaboration also. This is just another option if you wanted this.
But I think it's pretty simple, and I think a lot of teachers have already used it. And so a lot of the kids are familiar with it.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll let you guys play around as long as you'd like with that. Let's see, I don't think there was anything else I was going to point out to you guys. This was just my little version, my little sad drawings real quickly. So you can edit, you can leave comments. This is one thing I really, really like. Kid A adds work, Kid B goes, oh, hey, that looks really good. Kid B adds something, Kid A goes, oh, no, that doesn't look very good, try again. Because you shouldn't be able to delete other people's work. So I shouldn't be able to delete Jen's work, she shouldn't be able to delete mine. But you can leave a comment and say, maybe try this a different way, I don't really like that. I don't think we should go this route. Okay, feature restrictions. So when you're assigning something in Classroom, if it's through a CAMI assignment, you actually have the option to limit what your students are able to do on a document. Is this something you guys have played with before? Okay, I see some head shakes. So when you're doing a CAMI assignment, you see this blue box that says feature restrictions. I've heard of 2 ways of using this. So one is if you have really young students, you want to keep that sidebar really simplified. You turn off the things that either you don't want them to use or they're not going to be able to use. So maybe they're kids, they don't really need to sign anything. Let's just take that away. Maybe it's a test and you don't want them to be able to look up words in a dictionary. For whatever reason, you don't want them to highlight stuff. And you don't want them to leave comments. Click OK. Those options will not show on the side in that black toolbar over here. So this will be, you can't see my hands. That was silly. This will be a lot shorter. Maybe it ends here where equation is at and you don't see anything else down here.
How do you do that again?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I was doing something. How do you do that?
You're all good. So if you're in Classroom,
okay,
and you're going to create and click CAMI assignment, it's right here in feature restrictions.
Feature restrictions. Ooh. Ooh. So they don't. some of the kids have a problem with like the doodling, and I'm like, oh my goodness, you're not in third grade.
Yeah, you could just turn it off, and they don't have access to it.
Oh my goodness, this is gonna be. I like that a lot of like even mystery science and a lot of the some of the programs we have, they already have Cami in there for us. As if you want to assign in Cami to Google Classroom, so it does the
cool.
science. It goes straight to that.
That's so really, really nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was it for feature restrictions. The last two things tend to take a little while because it's uploading documents, so please bear with me. But I wanted to show you two things that are mostly teacher end. They're not for your kids, they're for you. So let me get out of that. Notice if you're in just the Cami homepage, that was either by clicking the circle with the K or going to camiapp.com. You have these two at the top, OCR or split and merge. So OCR is optical character recognition. Essentially, that lets you take a scanned PDF, like you scanned a textbook page last year when you were at school, and it actually reads every character on the page and makes it where the kids can interact with it now. So they can have it read aloud, they can highlight word by word, but this does take a while, unfortunately. So I pre-selected some PDFs just to put in and test out. So this is my homework. Jen, you'd be really proud of me. I'm doing data visualization in Python right now. Woo woo. Okay, so while this is thinking, I'm actually going to see if I can ask Cami to do more than one thing at a time. And I'm going to go back to the homepage real quick and start my split and merge. So this one is a way to customize large files or make one larger file from individual smaller ones. So I'm going to take the same homework assignment and put it in here. And then I'm actually going to add another homework assignment and put it in here. So I have Python Lab 1 and Python Lab 3. I'm going to click Next. And notice here, that shouldn't be done thinking. That's not all of it. Let me refresh that. That doesn't look right. Oh, it is only 2 pages. Okay, that works. So upload that again. Upload that again. Okay, and click Next. So then what it does is it takes Python Lab 1, and notice right here, this is page 1, Python Lab 1, page 2, Lab 1, page 3, now Lab 3, page 1, Lab 3, page 2. Let's say I want page 2 and page 2. I don't want my kids to even see this other stuff. They just need to ignore it. Instead of telling them, oh, just ignore those pages, scroll past it, I can pull out the pages I want. I can rearrange them if I need to. I can, you know, essentially do whatever I want editing wise. I can move it back up. And now if I need both files, I can export this one and I can export this one, or just pick whichever one you need. So I'm going to say download file. And now here's my new lab. So if you have a huge file, scan textbook from last year, right? I just need you to look at these 2 pages. Here's now my really nice short 2-page PDF. There is no 5-page giant file from trying to get them everything. The same thing is true, sort of, for editing PDFs if you go to merge mode. So it's the same button. It's still split and merge right here. But at the top, you have 2 options. And you can tell which one you're on because it's this pinkish red color. So if I go over to merge, it does not give me editing options. This is just, I have 2 PDFs. I want to smash them together, end of story. I don't really ever use merge mode because split mode lets me do the same thing and have some allows me to customize my file. So I don't ever use merge because I can just merge my files this way. Like, I don't see the need to have a merge mode. But if you need that, it is there. And it'll just smash a whole bunch of PDF pages together and make you one giant file. So you have some option. The only thing it doesn't really let you do is edit what's on a single page. That you would actually have to go in, and I typically just add white text boxes over what I want to hide. And then it doesn't show up for the kids. It's like hidden essentially. The questions about split or merge.
When you said you can go in and add text boxes, is that after you split everything? Do you open it in Cami then and just do the boxes?
That's what I would do.
So that's not here.
No.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, and then let me see. Okay, OCR tool, it finished while we were doing the split and merge stuff. So I'm actually going to open this in Cami. And then open. Because in theory, now it will let us have it read aloud or do word by word highlighting.
Are your twins boys or girls?
I have all boys. I'm the only girl in the house besides the dog.
That's so cute.
That's okay though. That's what I would have picked.
Yeah.
If I was able to pick, that's what I would have picked. I would have picked 2, not 3. We got a bonus kid. But now I can't see it any other way, so it's all good.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Okay, so if this is working, now when I take text highlighter, it should let me highlight this word and highlight this word and highlight this word, as opposed to giant chunks or not at all and having to use the box highlighter. Because if it's just a scanned PDF, it doesn't really see these as words. It's just like, oh, there's some stuff on a page. It's a picture. And you'd have to highlight like this. And then I don't think it'll work with headphones. So let me take those out. You guys can still hear me okay? Okay. So in theory now, if I do text to speech.
Python Lab 1. Google Cold Notebooks due the 22nd of December 2020, 11:59.
And this is customizable. So if your students are like, no, I can't deal with Alex, and that was way too slow.
Python Lab 1, Google Colab Notebooks due November 22nd, 2020, 11:59 p.m. This goal of this assignment is...
Okay, that might be a little fast, but you get the idea. It is editable. And what's really nice with Cami is it remembers this setting. So the next time I log in, it'll be Samantha at 1.7 times reading speed. That option does not work if it's a scanned PDF, because like I said, it doesn't see them as individual words and characters. It doesn't know how to read it. So just a heads up, if you want that to be an option. Test it, and if it's not working, you can always run it through OCR, and it should work after that.